right? A lot of people, when they're pursuing something that they want, they get stuck. They say, if only I was in America, then maybe I could be doing this full time. If only I was born in a different family. If only I had this, if only I had that. Like a lot of people like to say, if only. But you found a way to make yourself stand out. Hey, I'm a DJ, but I'm a specific DJ. I'm a Hawaiian reggae artist. And like you said correctly, like you get much better treatments because you are a specific type of artist. And you are carved out a niche for yourself, which I don't think existed before you in Japan. I think it's very rare to find this specific blend of talents.
My name is Conrad, and I've embarked on a mission to live my best life every day. And this season, I'm traveling around Japan, focusing on a new aspect of self-improvement every week. It's time to level up.
Welcome. This is DJ Midori. It's such an amazing serendipitous meeting that we had. I came out of an onsen and we had, hearing all these drum sounds in the background. We've been hearing it the whole time. We were inside and said, like, okay, there's a festival outside going on. We want to see what's all about. We want to be part of it, right? We want to film it. We want to, see what's going on. And the thing is, we came out and then we were like, hey, there's no procession. There's nothing outside. What's going on? Yeah. But we just heard the noises still, deeper into the woods. And then I found you and your group of people. And basically, there were around like 10, 15 people.
10, 15 people.
Yeah, that were practicing on these Japanese drums. Is there a special name for them?
Taiko.
Taiko, yeah, yes. Taiko. And they're actually preparing for a festival that's happening this week in Vigawara. One of the first thing was, it was amazing to just join because you guys are so friendly.
Yes.
Immediately, I think your leader took us and said, hey, you want to try drums? And like, yes, I want to try.
You did a good job.
Yeah, I tried my best, okay? But then also like being able to meet you, and I think you have like an amazing story. The way that you approach life, I think you have such glow to yourself. I can tell that you love what you do. I can tell you love life, and I can tell you're excited by every single day. So right now I'm on a journey traveling Japan. Every 3 days we're going to a new location, and the idea is that we want to learn how Japanese people are living their best life. How do they find ways to love themselves, right? Make themselves happy, do things that they care about and, makes them fulfilled. But also like, how do they pursue their dreams? Because I think everyone has dreams, everyone has visions of who they want to be, and how they want to get there is very subjective. I think each person has their own way. So maybe I can just ask you a question. You're a DJ.
Yes.
What is that story? How did you get here?
Oh, I got here. I want to be like a DJ, but at the time that was like a hobby. And then I went to DJ school, but I was really young at the time, so I couldn't get any like a chance to spend outside in front of the people. But my sister went to abroad to Hawaii.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I really heard by myself.
Yes.
I was high school, and then I want to do music, but I have to think about my life, right? After graduating from high school. And then I also decided to go out from Japan to Hawaii. And I entered a university. And I met a lot of friends, different age, different cultures. And then after I came back to Japan, after graduating the university, I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. Like after coming back to Japan, one of my friends, my Japanese friends, already got the job at the big company, and they get a good salary. And first of all, I went to the hotels for the job. Wait.
Take your time. Take your time.
So this is my first time thinking about myself.
No, I think it's great. By the way, I think this is great because, like, as much as I'm learning from this, I hope that you might also get a chance to learn about yourself a little bit as well. Like, these are questions that we often don't think about enough, perhaps. And I think you're doing very well. I think you're executing on a lot of the things that you care about, but taking time to think about it and reflect is a big theme of what we're trying to do as well.
It's kind of hard to get used to in Japan life.
And the Japan working culture is so different as well.
So everything is hard for me. Like, I'm Japanese, but I spend time a lot there
Yeah.
with the local people. So mine is kind of more like Hawaiian or American, like.
And you've been between two cultures, so to speak.
So there's the gaps, like Japan and America.
Yeah.
But I really love Japan too. But sometimes like too strict everything.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. I
Right?
get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think you have a good answer, and maybe I'll tell the audience a little something that I learned about you as well. Is that I really admire your persistence in getting what you want. Right? You told me that you started this journey when you were 15, right? DJing when you were 15, and right now the way that you are going about it, I think, is actually a very like A+ way of pursuing your dream. Right? A lot of people, when they're pursuing something that they want, they get stuck. They say, if only I was in America, then maybe I could be doing this full time. If only I was born in a different family. If only I had this. If only I had that. Like a lot of people like to say, if only. And what I think you've done is that, hey, you say, hey, I'm in this situation already. You're obviously lucky to have had the opportunity to, be exposed to many different, I guess, versions of DJing, right? There's reggae that you got inspired by, just Hawaiian that you got inspired by, and you found your own way to make it special. I think, even within the realm of DJing, there's, clubbing is usually what you think about first, right? Oh, you DJ in the club. And within that population, there's many people who DJ at the club, but you found a way to make yourself stand out. Hey, I'm a DJ, but I'm a specific DJ. I'm a Hawaiian reggae artist. And like you said correctly, like you get much better treatments because you are a specific type of artist. And you have carved out a niche for yourself, which I don't think existed before you in Japan. I think it's very rare to find this specific blend of talent. Like, I think what's inspiring for me to hear is that, you have found your way. And I'm curious, like, knowing you probably did a lot of research, maybe you talked to a lot of people, but what was your biggest learning in this whole process? Where did you learn the most?
I was really shy with this when I was young. I met people I can say anything about, even if I say my name.
Yeah.
I was really shy. I was really shy.
Yeah.
Always hiding, like hiding, and like my friends like introduce somebody like, to make a friends or something. But after I went to Hawaii, I introduced like myself
Yeah.
in English at the classmates. But I was really I became a different person. Like I changed everything, like the thinking and my personality. Everything changed in Hawaii.
I think what you're describing is because you were able to kind of put yourself in a new situation, you were able to manifest parts of you that you didn't know you had before, like being able to speak out, introduce yourself, right? Also, of course, having exposure to different mindsets in that new environment is important. I think that's something that I'm doing now, right? I'm exposing myself to all different types of people and learning about their life. And, you just never know the way that changes people, right? I think that's the beauty of like internet now. I just go to Instagram, TikTok, whatever, and I can see anybody and everybody in the world and how they live their life. That's amazing to me. I'm curious, like, if you could maybe tell yourself, a younger version of you, maybe in her teenager years, what would you say to that younger version of you? And imagine that they are watching right now. Like, what would be the message you have for them? Yeah.
Just take action. Try to do something.
Yeah.
In action.
Yes.
That's really important things.
Yeah.
When I was young, I was thinking.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. But my sister, took action. I followed her. She changed my life. Yeah.
Wow. It's amazing. And now you're changing other people's lives. Like, I really think anybody that hears your story would also realize that, hey, all I need to do is just take action. But then the question is how, right? What's your strategy of taking action? For example, some people every day just say, hey, what's my one thing today I'm going to do to move me forward in my goal, right, in my dreams? What is your action step? How do you take action?
How? I asked somebody who, for example, for my station, I asked my sister, how do I do?
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I talk to my parents and my friends, best friends, and then they already they always tell me just do it.
Just start.
Yeah, just start it. Just start it. After that, you're gonna think about it. Just start it.
What I'm hearing from you is something I heard also when I interviewed someone else in Japan already. He was a windsurfing instructor. Okay, he's a man, I think in his 40s. He moved from Tokyo to do windsurfing in Kamakura. Yeah, as an instructor. But the thing is, he says that that's his life job. That's the job he does for life.
Life work is windsurfing.
Does for life, but he has a job that he does for rice.
Time is startup helping.
Just to make money.
Oh.
So he does like 4 or 5 jobs, right? To cover that one job that he does, but he loves doing, but doesn't get paid enough for doing it. So I think right now you're struggling with that a little bit, right?
Same.
The DJ gigs aren't really there in Japan. You know that there may be opportunities in America. So is that the only thing you think that's holding you back from success?
It depends, right? I used to spin at the club. I pay everything, like hotels and like for trains.
Yeah.
But I changed the style. Hawaiian Reggae DJ. They treat me as an artist.
Yes.
So they pay for me and they really respect my music. Hawaiian Reggae DJ, their music.
So I think maybe one of my last questions for you then here is, what's your next dream? Your next yume? Like if you imagine yourself in 5 years, let's say, where are you? What are you doing? Who are you with?
I have a lot of dreams. The small dreams and the big dreams. It's a lot. One of my dreams is I live in Japan right now, but I'm doing music here. But in Hawaii, sometimes I spend in Hawaii and in Japan, like back and forth. So, and I collaborate with local artists
Amazing.
in Hawaii and Japan. I wanted to bring all of the artists to Japan from Hawaii.
Yeah.
That's kind of hard.
No, you can be the connector. Yeah.
So maybe 5 years or 3 years. Yeah. That's my dream. And I want to live in Hawaii too.
Yeah, of course. How can we help you in that dream? No. I don't know. I don't know. So like Hawaiian music is not a popular and in Japan and another country still getting still Still getting popular. Yeah.
So if you guys have time, please check my Instagram to listen to Hawaiian Reggae music.
Yes.
I think a lot of people never heard the Hawaiian Reggae music.
Yeah.
So if you guys have time, just listen to the music and then check the local artists.
Yeah.
They're really, really nice artists. So try to spread this really wonderful music to the world.
It's a DJ Midori _808.
Yes, 808.
808 is the area code of Hawaii.
One number.
Yes, amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much.
No, thank you so much for your time. And again, your energy is infectious.
Really
Yeah, you definitely inspired me. Hopefully, you inspired many others. And we'll do our best to support you. And hopefully, this video gives you a chance to look back in 5 years and see, this is where I am now. Thank you very much.